Welcome to my Azure training video series. I am currently preparing for the Microsoft Azure Administrator az-104 exam and thought it would be useful to share the labs as I work through them. This will help in my own learning, but hopefully help others that are on the same path. In the first video, we will be looking at deploying and managing virtual machines, and by the end of this we will have successfully deployed Azure VMs by using the Azure portal, Azure Powershell and Azure Resource Manager templates. We will have successfully configured networking settings of Azure VMs running Windows and Linux operating systems, and we will have deployed and configured Azure VM scale sets. So in task 1, we're going to deploy an Azure VM running Windows Server 2016 data center into an availability set by using the Azure portal. Now, an availability set is a logical grouping capability for isolating VM resources from each other when they're deployed. Azure makes sure that the VMs you place within an availability set run across multiple physical servers, computer racks, storage units, and networking switches. If a hardware or software failure happens, only a subset of your VMs are impacted and your overall solution stays operational. Availability sets are essential for building reliable cloud solutions. So let's get to this now. Okay, so if we head over to our Azure portal and click on create a resource blade here, and we're going to search here for server at the top. And we are looking for small disk Windows Server 2016 data center, and click create here. Okay, so first of all, choose your subscription. I will keep mine as the default. We're going to create a new resource group here to get this kicked off. So try and keep the same naming convention throughout here for your resource groups, for your VMs. Okay, so resource group name, and also we will choose a virtual machine name here as well. So again, in the same naming convention. Oops. Okay. We're going to choose our region, so just choose the one that's most relative to yourself, to your own location. UK South. Okay, we're going to choose availability set here, and we're going to create a new availability set also. Again, keeping it within the same naming convention, we're going to keep all the defaults here and click OK. Next thing we're going to do is create our administrative login details for our VMs, for our domain. So we'll go ahead and do that just now, just obviously make anything up that suits. This is purely for testing purposes, so not overly important. Okay, and for inbound port rules, we're going to choose none for now. We'll look at this later. And we're going to choose no. We do not have a Windows Server license at the moment. Now for the disk type, we're going to choose standard. Oh, let's try that again. Standard hard drive. That's perfect for what we need to do. We don't need anything bigger than that. And we move on to our networking blade now. Okay, we're going to create a new virtual network. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the defaults that we have in here already. We're going to create our own one here. So let's bin this one. Okay, so the address range that I'm going to go for Again, this is purely for testing purposes. This is a test lab. So 10.103.0.0, and for subnets, if I can get my keyboard to work here. Okay, so we give it a subnet name, subnet 0 we'll call this. Okay, just confirm this, everything looks okay here, and click OK. Okay, so next on to the management tab, we're only going to click one option here, which is boot diagnostics off, and keep the rest defaults, and click next to move on to the advanced tab. Don't think there's anything here we need to change, so I think we're good to go. So if we can go down to the bottom left here, and we can click review and create. This is just running a validation to make sure everything's okay before we go ahead and create the virtual machine. Okay, so validation has passed, and let's click on create at the bottom left here to actually create our virtual machine. Okay, so we have successfully deployed an Azure VM running Windows Server 2016 data center into an availability set by using the Azure portal. In the next video, we are going to deploy another Azure VM running Windows Server 2016 data center into the same availability set, this time using Azure PowerShell.